Question is all about calculating the effective annual return. Let's take a look at the question. It's a straightforward question. Tom purchased 100 shares of Dalia Co. Dalia Company stock at a price of 120.34. He did so 4 months ago. He sold all stocks today for 126.89. During the year, the stock paid dividends of 6.38 per share. What is Tom's effective annual rate? Round the answers to 2 decimal places in percentage form. If I'm going too fast for you, slow it down. If I'm going too slow for you, double, triple the speed, whatever suits you. What's important here is the first thing. What does the question want? It wants the effective annual rate. But look at the question. Did we hold on to the shares of the stocks for a whole year? We didn't. The holding period of these shares was just 4 months. So it's not a full year. So what we need to do first, before we can figure out what the effective annual rate is, we need to calculate the holding period return. And we have a pretty straightforward formula for that, as you can see on the screen. Nothing fancy about it. Selling price plus dividends paid minus the purchase price divided by the purchase price. And that's it. You input all the figures, as you can see right here, and that gives you a holding period return of 0.10745. Always keep in mind that it is understood that when we talk about rates and returns, that the answer should be in percentage. Hence, 0.10745 needs to be multiplied by 100, which gives us 10.745%. This is not the final answer. This is the holding period return. This is the return for 4 months. What the question asks us is for the effective annual return. And the answer, not rather the answer, but rather the formula for that is right in front of you. You can see we input the numbers, and usually where students make mistakes is the value for n. They wonder how we got 3. And I've given you a nice explanation right there at the bottom that the holding period was 4 months, and we know that a year has 12 months. You might think that's stating the obvious, but you'd be surprised as to how the stress of the exam or the question or how the time crunch, how it can stress people out, and they tend to forget these basic facts. So what we do is we take the 12 months of a year, divide by the holding period, which is 4. 12 divided by 4 gives us 3. Hence, in this equation, n is 3. Put all the numbers, and I get sometimes, you know what, you guys hated mathematics in school or algebra in school, and you forgot to do those basic things. Solve the bracket first, as you can see. Raised to the power 3, which gives us 1.358227. Then we subtract with 1, and that gives us 0.35827. Again, that's not the final answer. This is a rate. So convert it into a percentage. How do you do that? 0.35827 is just a number multiplied with 100, and then you are able to convert that into a percentage. The question had given you very specific instructions that round your answer to 2 decimal points. So if you answer it as 36%, or 35.8%, it's going to be wrong. Hence, the answer has to be 35.82%. That's your effective annual rate. Here's another question. Give it a try. And I've inputted the answer right there, the final answer, not the steps. If, let's say, for some reason you can't get to this answer, leave a comment. And what I'll do is I will get back to you. For a question like this, always focus on what the holding period was. Was it 6 months, 4 months, 3 months? Because that's important. That affects your EARs and calculation later on. The other thing to keep in mind is follow the instructions. If it wants a whole number, give the answer in whole number. If it wants 2 decimal points, do that, please. Make sure to make a formula sheet. You'll bump into a lot of formulas, so make sure you do that. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If this helped you in any way, like, share, subscribe. That would be appreciated. Have a good day. Any sort of questions, whatever it is, leave them in the comment below.